welcome from my side. This is now something I would like the topic, as we just heard. What you just heard was really a very important part of IHE, one of the two core pillars, if you want. What you hear now is about the IHE Certified Professional Program. So what is it? It is, maybe some of you know the Microsoft Certified Professional Program. This shall be more or less the same. It's a program with the purpose of certify individuals, persons, about their skill level on IHE. So it's more or less an exam which you take as a person. This program was worked out for a couple of years because it's not so easy to create something like that. You need expertise in creating a curriculum, more or less, in the syllabus. So we had people from universities coming in to help us creating, let's say, the syllabus for the intended purpose for our first exam. It's called IHE Foundations. All this was launched in April 2019 at the Connecton in Rennes. And the validity of this certificate, which I get as a person, is global. So it's not issued by IHE-Europe or by IHE Catalyst or something. It's issued by IHE International. The certificate you can show in Europe, you can show in US, everywhere. If you earn it, it's valid for 5 years, and then you need to renew, which means that you need to sit the exam again. So that we can be sure that you haven't forgotten all of your content. So why should you do that as a person? So if you have done it and successfully passed the exam, you are allowed to carry this logo. You see it on the right upper end, to carry this logo with the extension IHE Foundations, because it's the course you are certified on, or let's say the topic you are certified on, in everywhere, in your email signature, on your business card, everywhere. That's what you get. That means for you as a person, it is a proof of skill. You can show it to anyone. I have passed this exam. I have some knowledge about IHE, and for the companies, and but not only companies, also projects. This is also very important, because if you search for resources, persons, for an IHE-related task in your country, for example, an agency in your country dealing with an implementation based on IHE, you would like to get some sort of criteria where you can select persons who have already proven that they have at least some knowledge about IHE. So what is this first course? This first exam, sorry. This first exam was intended to be the basis of some follow-up exams. We have not managed yet to create a follow-up exam because it's a very lengthy process and it's not easy to be done. But IHE Foundation, the learning objectives you see here, is more or less, let's say, testing if you have a general overview on IHE. And we got feedback from persons who took the exam that it is exactly as we wanted it to be. It is very broad. It touches more or less every aspect on IHE, from the organizational structure via how we create profiles, what we have heard today earlier, up to where you can find something, where you can find a profile, not a specific one, but in general, up to some, let's say, fundamentals into the direction of deployment. So it's broad, but it's not deep. And this is exactly what it should be. The follow-up exams, which we at some time hopefully can create, are then more centered on some specific topics. For example, an idea is document sharing on the basis of IHE profiles. So this would cover all around XDS and ATNA and all of those profiles. That's more, let's say, specifying centered exams of different sorts, document sharing or laboratory or imaging. so that the person can prove that he or she has a special skill in that direction. But I said these exams are not ready yet. You see the information all on the IHE International webpage under the folder Education. You see a rough description, more or less what I tell you today, and also the button where you can sit this exam. It's an online exam. We had also personal exams yesterday because we organized that the people from the floor or people visiting this event have the opportunity to take the exam here now. And there were 25 people sitting in a room, almost with the school bags in between them, you know. So, and they set the exam. We don't know how many have passed it because this now needs to be evaluated. But at least they were there. Normally you sit the exam online. That means you register and you make an appointment at any time you want. You get a slot. And this is very professional, organized by an exam provider. So I personally took it. So you need to make sure that no one is in the room and turn around the webcam and then turn around so that you have no things on your desk and all of that. So it's pretty smooth, and then you click yourself through the questions and hopefully answer them correctly. This is the button where to click. Then you get to the GASC, is our exam provider. You get to their homepage and pay 250 euro. It's not a huge amount, and then you sit this exam. There is also a preparation if you want. I mean, you can sit that exam, let's say, just like that, but you can also prepare for it. We have one partner who has created an officially accredited course to that exam. Basically, anyone could create such a course. At the moment, we have one who really went through the accreditation process. All of this, by the way, is based on an ISO standard 17025 with a scheme and all of that. So it's a different differentiation of the different groups of persons who can see the questions and all of that. So this is properly set up. And if you want, you can tune in here. We have a marketing folder. Also, this online course is online. You can do it at any time you want, from any place you want. And I can guarantee you, if you do this online course, you will pass the exam. Because I was the one who did the evaluation of the course. And then I set the exam and it was perfect. But of course, we cannot make any advertisement here. So it's up to you to do that or not. The exam is under the auspice of IHE. The course is under the auspice of the training provider. We just mentioned here because they are the accredited ones. Perhaps you find another one who offers the same too. A little bit more internal before I close, I save a little bit time here, is that's the governance structure around that. So you see on the left side, there's the governance, which is under the authority of IHE International. There is a committee there, which is called the Education Committee. This committee worked out the whole concept, the scheme, and the syllabus, meaning the learning objectives of this course. And there is a subgroup of the Education Committee, which is distinct in persons of the other ones, who specifically approved the questions, because the questions are crucial of such a test. And so if they are correctly crafted, and if the answers are fitting, and if they are not ambiguous, and all of that stuff, and all of that, after it was approved, went over to the GASC exam provider, who is operating the exam more or less independently from us. And the training on the right side is again another thing. Any university, if they want, could start creating a course and come to us to be accredited, can offer that to their clients. This is the last slide with some links. If you want to click, there also is a barcode. You go to the respective pages. So the first one is the one on IHE International with all of the information around it. The second one is if you want to register, and the third one is for the training. And that's it. Something light in between. If you have any questions, I'm here or now, and about of that, I would say let's proceed with the next topic. Who is the next speaker, actually? You. Now it gets heavy again.